Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. This is our Summit, Rock Your Brilliance Summit, and I am super excited. My name is Christy Iwuchukwu, the CEO and founder of Women's Coaching Association. This is women with the power to change the world. That's right, that's our tagline. It's not in arrogance, it's women with the power to change the world. And I cannot wait for this collaboration with women coaches, because this is a platform that we all come together in a supportive way to be able to collaborate, partner, and support each other in a non-competitive atmosphere. And I can't not wait to have as many women as possible to realize that they can actually impact life. How do we do that? One life at a time. So I am super excited for this next speaker. This next speaker has really become more than just a coach, a mentor. She's really someone that I consider to be a friend, someone I can call and talk to. And you know, in these days, it's very difficult to even have time to pick up a phone and call somebody else when you are not feeling up to it. So I'm really excited to have her in my community as well. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about none other than Dr. Marrian Efua. Who is she? Marrian is, well, I have to tell you a little bit about her. I don't know that I will do justice, but anyway, she is a coach. She is, among everything she does, she helps you transform your life, your business, your money, your mindset. The next voice that you're going to hear will be that of Dr. Marrian Efua. She's going to be talking about Unleash the Exponential Within. Did you hear what I said? Unleash the Exponential Within. Marrian, are you there, please?
Yes, I am. Great dawning to everyone. Christy, you know I love you, girl. Why you know I can't look at your face without smiling? Because I love you. And I'm sending love out to everyone else that is watching. Of course, yes, I am Dr. Marrian Efua. And exactly what Christy said, my assignment, I believe my true assignment and my mission is to ensure that I remind you of your original assignment. Your original assignment is having an exponential existence. And having an exponential existence, it requires you to do something. It requires you to make a choice. And when you make that choice, decide that you're going to make that choice become exactly what it is you decided to do. And that's what I do and support you in. So on today, I want to talk about the Unleash Your Exponential Within, because so often, and I think I heard Tanya saying a little bit about it, that people are becoming so canned in their way of wanting to support us to get to the highest level that they give us this canned or this practice or this super perfect example of what's going to be, instead of allowing us the opportunity to truly unfold into who we are and supposed to be. And that's a unique existence. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. The exponential is that space in your life, just like in those numbers that we learned in our 3rd and 4th grade, we learned exponents. Now don't go there, don't, because I'm talking about math, you're brilliant. This is the Rock Your Brilliance Conference. So we're brilliant enough to handle this conversation about exponents, okay? So exponents are simply those numbers that used to have one number, and then in the upper right-hand corner, there was something called the power. We had the base number, and then we had the power that allowed you to expand that number out. And it meant that you couldn't take a shortcut, hint, hint. You couldn't take a shortcut and go, but take the base number and multiply it simply by that power number. You had to take the time out to multiply that base number the number of times that was in that power position. So for instance, when you had 2 to the 3rd power, meaning there was a 3 in that upper right-hand corner, you couldn't just say 2 times 3 is 6, hey, I'm done, and move on, because your teacher would come back and say, incorrect, try it again. And so you had to sit there and take the time to pause and go, 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8. And then you would go, yay! And she would give you a gold star, and all your friends would be happy because you can get outside for recess. I don't know about y'all, but my math class has always been before recess time. So that's what I want to talk about. Your life is no different. When I was given the identification that exponents were designed and they were a challenge for me because it was part of my assignment to remind other people to have an exponential existence, to have a life that is expansive, not just constricted by the walls and expectations and the roles that people who love us very much want to keep us bound by, but instead it is for us to expand and impact and leave an imprint on the world that allows us to know our original assignment was to make that contribution, that unique contribution that only you can do. About that in her presentation when she talked about everyone here is here for a reason, and it is up to us to have clarity about it. It is up for us to communicate it effectively. Absolutely, positively, so it is. So I'm reinforcing that for you on today. So this exponential existence, how it works for you as a human, as it works for me as a human, is it means we have to become that base. And what came to me in my upload, in the visioning that I was given, it told me that in your exponential, it's inside of you already. It's waiting for you to unleash it. And the way that you have to unleash it is by opening up to the possibilities that you can expand. Now, what does that look like, Marrian? Because obviously we're not numbers, and I don't know about this power stuff, but all my life folks have been telling me how to do it, when to do it, why I can't do it, when I need to do it, and that that's not enough when I'm all said and done. Now, I don't know if that's just me or if it's all of us, but maybe, just maybe, somebody else besides me was told what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and that it wasn't enough when I did do it.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Okay, good. So with that, I'm going to tell you that the exponential existence is the thing that made us rebel. The exponential existence that was inside of us is the thing that made us question when everybody else was just going right along with the flow. The exponential is the thing that's going to tell you that you need to be a coach, that you need to be a trainer, that you need to serve millions, that you need to have $1 billion in order for you to serve the people and complete your mission and be who you were created and designed to be. That's the exponential. So now, when we consider ourselves the base, I also want to remind you that you are the root of your success. You are the root that is going to be grounded, that is going to be able to pull the resources. So as an exponential existence, you are that base and you are that root. Now your power, I don't want you to put a number there, but you can put one in your mind, because I know about 5 of y'all just put a number in your head when I said my power number. You went there with the number. So now I want you to take that number away, erase it. You know those big erasers we had when we were younger? Use that big eraser and erase that from your mind. And I want you to put a variable. Ooh, she said variable. Now we back in algebra class. But exactly, I'm going to tell you the power that's found in this variable and why I want you to love it. A variable is a number that you can place in that power position, and it can stand for any number that you want to have. And the reason why I want you to put that variable in there is because I want you to know, and I always put an N, by the way, that's why I keep doing that. That's a sign language for N, because N represents no limit. No limits, y'all. We ain't got time for that. So no limits in that variable position means that when I need to expand out to 1 trillion times, then I need to expand out to 1 trillion times. When I need to expand out just once, then it becomes that one. That's what it's about. You want to always be able to have control of your power, because it is your power that is going to allow you to really activate and utilize your exponential to fulfill your vision. So again, your exponential has already been there. It's just waiting for you to unleash it. So now that we know we have back the power, let's figure out a system, 4 stops on our journey into our exponential within. I want to walk you through the 4 components and the 4 stops that everyone has to go through in order to unleash their exponential. Now I'm going to pause because some of y'all are like, oh, she about to get digging dirty and I got so much stuff that's going to stop me. But let me explain to you. If you pause for a second right here with me and take in a deep breath through your nose, and you hold it for a second, And then you blow out real hard with your mouth. Blow away and visualize that you're blowing away everything and every conversation that's going to prevent you from agreeing that you are strong enough, you are wise enough, you are valuable enough, and you are worthy enough to take this journey with me through these 4 stops until unleash our exponential within. Let's try that again. Deep breath in through the nose and blow it out real firm and allow yourself to have it. Absolutely, positively. So it is, it's done. It's done. If you said it's done, it's done. Don't pick it back up. All right, so let's get started on our first stop. The first stop I want to take you on, the first stop is where everyone begins. The first stop is the vision time stop. It's the place where your vision is. It's the place where all those little pieces we've all been given in our dreams, and when we go somewhere, we hear someone speak, or we begin to design a new formula for ourselves, and we say, wow, that's what I want to do. All those little pieces come together at this stop called vision. It's where we begin to first recognize that there is a vision. It's just not some random thing that's just being thrown out by happenstance or chance. And that we are now going to choose to stop here in Vision Land. And in Vision Land, we're going to identify that we, 1, see it, 2, accept it, and 3, agree that we're actually going to allow it to come into fruition. I'm going to say it again. You have to see it, you have to agree to it, and then you have to accept it. That you're going to bring it into the full manifestation of itself. You're not going to stop and say, oh, I'm going to do this part because I feel comfortable. I'm going to do this part because they're going to accept me. Or if I do this part, they may not like it. I'm going to wait until my children get older. I'm going to wait until I get all the money. I'm going to wait until I can lose another 10 pounds. Not an option. Remember, we have a variable in our power position. We blew everything else away. So now that you're in Vision Land, all it allows you to do is accept, agree, and activate the vision. Now, get back on the train with me. We're going to go to the next stop. The next stop is called the mind time. Now get ready now. Don't take your hand outside the cart. Don't start trying to get out yet because you have to put on special equipment. Because in mind land is where all of those subconscious thoughts and all those records start playing. The moment we touch our foot on the ground, it's going to start telling us all those things we don't want to hear. All those things that Vision Land didn't allow to be there. So in mind time, we start saying, well, it has to look like this. Well, in mind time, it says, I need to go and hire this. In mind time, it says, I need to put on the fancy outfit and I need to make sure that everything is perfect before I do it. But mind time in mind land is really about you gathering up your resources, getting organized, allowing yourself to trust that you are worthy, that this is the opportune time for you to stay committed to your acceptance, to your agreement, and the activation and fulfillment of your vision. Mind time is the place when you are here to gather up resources, connect to people, read that book, go and hire a coach, get a mentor, ask the question. A lot of us sit on our ask, A-S-K, and then we expect somebody else to come and mind read us and we get upset. So that's mind land. Now, jump on board with me. We got 2 more stops. Our next stop is going to be called, we like this land. It's called Money Time. Money Town is a time where people start saying, oh, I need to invest. I need to take some moment and I need to actually pay to get that website done instead of spending 20 hours trying to get it done myself. I need to actually pay for the book or pay for an actual coach that I figured out in Mindland that I needed to help me hold myself accountable, that I needed to place myself in a mastermind with other people who are committed to me growing and challenging myself. So I'm no longer just the smartest person in the group that talks all the time and always looks good. I know it was just me. But if that's not you, then that's okay too. That's cool. But here in money time, you want to really get to know your numbers also. You want to know how much money you have coming in from your current employment, or if you don't have employment, whatever source of income you have around you. You want to really begin to look and see how much will it cost really for me to do this thing. I've already committed and agreed to it. I have to complete it. I made a promise, an acceptance, and an agreement with myself to make it happen. So now that we're here and we got this money time, it's also a time for you to look and see what money resources you can pull upon. I like what Miss Linda said about being able to collaborate, joint venture, because that can also keep your money costs down. Come on, one more stop to make before we run out of time, and we want to be sure not to do that. Our last and final step, you need special equipment for this. So if you look underneath your seat, and if you look behind you, you can equip yourself with your running shoes, a pair of roller skates, and a big cushion, because this is where we have to get into action. In action time, things are constantly moving. They're moving in an organized way, not chaotic, not disruptive, but they're moving in a way, in a plan based upon what we have realized in mind time and what we put behind us with the money time. So now here in action land, in this action land, you're going to begin to implement the pieces to begin to make that manifestation of that vision a reality. You are now going to begin to let people know that your vision is ready to come forward and birth into this new place. You're going to begin to commit to manage your time, your schedule. You're going to commit to managing your money. You're going to go ahead and fulfill your life with people that are going to support you and push you to the completion and manifestation of this vision. Action time, strategic, intentional, imperfect. Let's pause. The word is imperfect. Every action needs to be intentional, but it may not be perfect, but it can be just as impactful. Because when you get bogged down in the details of trying to figure out every little detail and trying to do every little thing, you negate the very power that you have. Because when you have power, you don't have fear. When you have power, you're not doubting the possibilities of it becoming a reality. You are simply being exactly who you were created and designed to be from the inside out. The exponential, the limitless opportunities, the limitless wisdom, the limitless knowings and abilities, the limitless talents. This is where you need to stay in this moment. Don't try to figure out every little thing. Don't say, oh, I can't make this step until. If there's an until, first question yourself and ask you, are you way back up in mind time where you're trying to figure out everything? Or are you back in looking for opportunities for you to broaden your viewpoint, to begin to see a new perspective, to pull on those resources and allocations? If so, then you will begin to get to our final and last destination, which is called your exponential. That place where you begin to understand your value and you know that it's a value that is priceless. When you begin to recognize that you are your first greatest asset that needs to be shared with the world, literally with the world, because we are exponential. And so when I share this story with the 10 of you, you may tell 10 more people, and then those 10 more people, and eventually, if that happens 10 times, I've affected 10 million people. That's the validity that you need to implement into your life so that you can have the opportunity to unleash your exponential. That's why you get the bubbling and the butterflies and the moments of you feeling like, wow, is this really going to happen? Absolutely, it's going to happen. Because if it's going to happen, it has to happen by your hands, your wisdom, your knowing, your assignment, which is to bring your vision to full manifestation. Absolutely, positively, so it is. So on this journey to unleash the within, the exponential, what does that look like on the outside? Now that you're here, I want you to imagine that you have a key. And I want you to take that key and I want you to unlock that door to that vision that you've been holding back on, thinking that someone is going to question you and go back and say something about that you're not qualified, that you're not ready, that you need to do just one more thing. Use that key and unlock that door. And then take all of those sentences. Take your hands and watch your hands get larger and larger. And I want you to compact them. And I want you to flatten it out real good. And then I want you to drop it down to the floor and use it as your new doormat as you unlock that door and swing it wide open and you walk into your exponentiality. You walk into the power that you know you now have and you begin to serve these women. You begin to serve the children. You begin to leave an impact and an imprint that says that everything you thought you could do is not only possible, but it is. And it's being received and it's being harnessed and people are going and they want to look at you as the masterpiece, as Ms. Linda said, and they want to become a copy of that masterpiece. That's what being unleashing your exponential is about. The exponential that is within, and that is a divine presence of your original assignment. The divine knowings that gives you the umptions and the goings to be able to navigate through all the obstacles where you don't have to stop because you got the foresight. You know what to do. If you forget the vision, veer back to the vision land. If you're not sure what to do, you need some strategy, go back to Mind Town. If you believe you need a resource that requires you to have it, then go into Moneyland and expend the money and allocate the funds to be able to utilize it. And then get back in action. Put on those roller skates or those running shoes. I didn't give you a pair of heels, although I can run in some heels too. I said you got your equipment that you needed for action time was roller skates and tennis shoes, running shoes to be exact. So let's get into play today. Let's begin to go ahead. We're inside this land of our exponential. Don't close this door. Don't give anyone else the key. You hold on to it tight. Tie it around your neck and put it on a gold chain and drop it down by your heart. My grandmother used to say, if you want folks to stay out your money, put it in your bosom bank. I had no idea what a bosom was, but I learned it soon enough. It's a sacred place. And that's where your exponential is, in a sacred place designed for you to control the power, to unleash it and share it on a regular basis with all those that you desire so that it can benefit not only you, which is the first person that's going to benefit, and then it would benefit everyone else around you that you intended to. Welcome to your exponential. Stay a while. Talk to y'all soon.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much, Dr. Marrian Efua. I appreciate you. Of course, you know I always do. My goodness, you brought it down. You know, you are one of those speakers that when you speak, you don't even want to touch any other thing because I want to consume as much information as possible. You know, I really appreciate you, and hopefully, you know what? I have to say that I'm so glad that you said yes to being a member of this Women's Coaching Association.
Yeah.
And you guys are blessing me so much. And with your blessing and with every woman's blessing, we are able to impact and change lives. And we do that one life at a time. So thank you so much. And Can you tell the audience how to contact you?
Yes, they can contact me at efuaspeaks.com. But I'm also going to drop something for them to get an opportunity to have a free gift from me today. And all they have to do is go to, I'm going to put it inside, it's a bit.ly site. So that means bit.ly / capital READY, ready to the number 2, grow. And if you do that, you're going to get a free opportunity for you to get a copy not only of my book at a pre-order, but I'm also going to give you a free checklist that's going to help you begin to develop your mindset and begin to have you to honor the space of your new residence of having an exponential existence. You've opened the door, can't go back. So I got to give you something to keep you there. You got to have, you move into a new neighborhood, the housing association, you have HOA gives you this list of do's and don'ts. So I have created a checklist that is going to allow you the opportunity to have that checklist and go for yourself. So again, it's at bit.ly, / capital R for ready, to the number 2, grow. And I just dropped it in the chat box, and I'll share it again with you, Christy, on the site at the Women's Coaching Association to make sure everyone has a chance to get that. It's a valuable tool.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you so much. I can't wait to talk to you again. We have a training next Tuesday. This will be a training on how to convert strangers to VIP clients, and I cannot wait. So awesome, awesome. Thank you very much.